so wintry. Doesn't that feel unfortunate? Hi, I'm Six, your sex, love, and beauty astrologer. Of course, I study more than just those topics when it comes to astrology. That being said, for the purposes of this video, we're going to be focusing on beauty, sex, love, and feminine aesthetics. If you haven't seen part 1 of this video, I suggest that you stop it and watch part 1. Part 1 discusses the different zodiac energies and how they show up for each rising sign. Of course, we will be talking about each zodiac sign within the first house in this video. However, it'll be in regards to sex astrology. To get a general understanding of the rising signs, I suggest that you watch the first video before watching this video. Okay, let's get into it. As you should all know by now, the rising sign signifies what zodiac sign was rising on the eastern horizon during the moment of your birth. The rising sign gives clues as to how you are initially perceived by people. It also gives clues as to which physical features stand out and ideal fashion choices for you. The purposes of this video is to essentially just provide fashion suggestions based on your zodiac sign that lands within your first house, as well as just helping you understand what features you should enhance, what you should do, how you should zhuzh up. I feel like I look like a weirdo right now, I'm sorry. As mentioned in one of my Twitter posts, there are a number of references that a person can point to in a birth chart to get an idea of stylistic decisions. Because the first house represents your personality, it's a great place to start. Let's get into what you can do though, based off of your first house zodiac sign to enhance your sexual appeal. Gotta loosen up now. Okay. Starting with Aries, it's important to remember you're working with fiery and illuminating energy. Aries was born to stand out, so they're no stranger to making risky and bold fashion choices. Naturally, the color associated with Aries is red. One angle of sexual appeal that Aries has is their ability to be the tease. When they set the temperature and decide when their partner starts, pauses, and stops is when they feel at the height of their sexual appeal. Of course, when on dates, Aries are always pretty on, like when they know they want something, they prowl. And Aries fashion typically isn't super wild. They have an amazing ability to take minimalist attire and allow their persona to take the lead as opposed to their fashion. Or maybe that is the fashion, their clothes. To enhance your sex appeal as an Aries rising, try to avoid overcomplicating your outfits. Lead with strong and well-kept eyebrows, clear and youthful skin, and the normcore or on-trend fashion aesthetic is probably best for you. To have either a Taurus or Libra rising is pretty blessed. Both of those zodiac signs are ruled by the planet Venus, which is the planet of beauty, love, and pleasure. Taurus risings will find that they feel the most confident when they tend to their physical body. To have either Taurus or Libra rising is pretty blessed. Both of those zodiac signs are ruled by the planet Venus, which is the planet of beauty and love. Taurus risings find that they feel the most confident when they tend to their physical body. In fact, it's when they feel pain or discomfort in their bodies that their charm begins to fade until they figure out what's wrong. Being naturally alluring, Taurus risings have an organic and sensually indulging presence. To enhance your sex appeal as a Taurus rising, similarly to Aries, stick with the basics. To enhance your sex appeal as a Taurus rising, similarly to Aries, stick with basics. What makes Taurus attractive is how they wear their clothes, ensuring not to be overpowered by their attire. They put their focus on finding the perfect perfume, enhancing their skincare routine, and making sure that the makeup is to a minimum. So they're really putting themselves, their body out there. Aesthetics that work with Taurus risings are the lagging look, casual aesthetics, and of course, cruise wear. BT dubs, the color associated with Taurus is green. That being said, any color found in nature is probably a great bet for Taurus risings. Ruled by the planet Mercury, Gemini risings actually thrive when they wear statement pieces. This doesn't necessarily mean that you should opt in for something super outlandish. However, deciding to wear a huge fluffy dress or artistic shoes won't stunt the Gemini rising style. On the contrary, it's when Gemini risings allow themselves to take fashion risks that they stand out and leave people talking. It's actually very attractive and sexy because it shows that you have the confidence to wear something wild, daring. It's attractive to stand out. And in some ways, it also makes a Gemini rising very approachable. One of the biggest issues that Gemini risings may run into when flirting is not knowing how to start the conversation. Gemini risings are attractive because they allow themselves to be the conversation. The color associated with Gemini is yellow, so try not to stray away from cute and bright colors, tending to your hands, arms, shoulders, and of course, fingers, getting mani-pedis or manis, just manicures if you're into that, because Gemini rules hands, make it real. I find that Geminis have fun with vintage, trendy aesthetics and artistic attire. Artistic attire. I don't even know what accent that is. The most wholesome of the rising signs is Cancer Rising. One of my best friends, Amber J Lights the Ray, check out her channel, is a Cancer Rising, and of course she pretty much epitomizes the Cancerian aesthetic. Cancer is a zodiac sign ruled by the moon, which means how they dress can seem a little influenced by the energies of other zodiac signs, so perhaps they want to be comfortable or they'll be very mindful of how they're dressing. Consistently though, I found that Cancer's sex appeal when it comes to fashion is choosing comfort. Opting for sweaters, cute jogger sets, and neutral styles is the Cancerian way, and Cancer risings can't go wrong when they choose to wear pearls or colored fashion pieces, silver, or ice blue clothing. Regardless of what you may think about Cancer, they actually thrive when rocking the minimalist style as well. They also do softcore artsy fashion very well, things that are cute, even K-style is really cool for Cancer rising, and Cancer's physical rulerships are the chest and the breast, so modest enhancements to those areas are great, which could be as simple as wearing a really nice necklace or shirt or dress that enhances the assets. Also, I think that classical beauty is the key when you have Cancer rising. Leo risings thrive when they wear their clothes proudly. That's not the problem for them. It's having a reason to dress up, especially if the Leo rising doesn't live in an area where someone's going to appreciate their attire. Leo energy is all about feeling regal and being admired, so they're not just trying to dress up for just anyone. Whenever Leos rock gold colors with dashes of red, that's when the sun shines just a little brighter. I actually really recommend that Leos find the perfect highlight colors, like highlight makeup for them. It will make a difference because they were born to be very glowy beings. Choosing a nice highlighter will just add to confidence. Also, when it comes to fashion, vibrant colors, bohemian elegance are my recommendations. I guess you can do princessy if you want, like princessy, princey if you want. Also, if you're a Leo who rocks a bald head, you're just going to have to wear it with pride. If you do have hair, make sure that you find your ideal hairstyle because it makes a difference for the Leo sex appeal confidence meter. When I think of Virgo, I think of precision. Ruled by Mercury, Leos are all about inward preparation for communication and understanding. What I mean by that is, as where Geminis will rock a bold pair of sunglasses, Virgos hesitate to do so because they're also trying to think of the people that they're attracting, who they're showing out for, who are going to be there. And if glasses are fun and funky, you might catch a Gemini wearing them. A Virgo might choose something a bit more laid back and low-key, something more reserved, also elusive. Similarly to Scorpio, they are particular about the attention they attract. Just as a reminder, Virgos opt for simplistic styles, choosing to look put together and neat, The preppy and chic fashion styles are probably what they're going to feel most comfortably sexy in. Anything over the top and a Virgo rising can end up feeling silly or unnecessarily nervous, uncomfortable. Brown is the color for Virgo rising, so brown and earth tones are really awesome for that zodiac sign rising. As mentioned earlier in this video, Libra risings are ruled by the planet Venus, so they're kind of intuitively aligned with what it means to be beautiful. BT dubs, the way that I understand beauty does not mean being attractive to everyone. It's not about being necessarily conventionally attractive. I don't think that perfection really exists in regard to beauty. Beauty is about finding your aesthetic style and the way that you feel comfortable presenting yourself and operating from a sense of confidence and grace, with grace. Libra is represented by the scales of justice, so very often their fashion choices can have a little social justice story behind them. I'd imagine a lot of Libras are supporting Black-owned businesses or Indigenous-owned businesses and lean towards enhancing and accentuating their assets. Libras may be a little hard on themselves because they do care about being physically favored, and they show that by taking a great deal of effort to ensure that they are pretty. The colors associated with Libra are rose and copper. Copper, the color, also the metal. You can't go wrong with choosing sparkly dresses, floral tops, or attire that's beautiful even as a separate piece, like an artistic style. I would say that Libras are occult, sexy aesthetics, and even chic styles. Those styles work well for Libra. Okay, my personal favorite, Scorpio Rising, it's me. Scorpio Risings and Aries Risings are both ruled by the planet Mars of war and sexuality. Even when us Mars-ruled placements aren't trying to be sexy, somehow we just exude seductive vibes, similar to how Taurus and Libra placements seem like they're always flirting. Aries and Scorpio give off a very similar vibe. Scorpio Risings are sexy because we're also mysterious, so that's kind of our edge on Aries. Eventually, many of us Mars and Venus ruled people end up becoming masters of seduction. Scorpio's seductive style is dark and vampy. Even when Scorpio risings opt for more poppy colors and styles, there's something alluring when they choose to adorn themselves with more smoky aesthetics. The colors associated with Scorpio are dark red, maroon, or burgundy. And I think really similarly to Taurus, Scorpio risings thrive when they're aware of sensual factors. So what that means is when they dress up, how are the clothes feeling? Choosing velvet, satin, and silk attire can both enchant and entice potential love interests. So I'm all for Scorpios rocking elegant, sultry attire and formal aesthetics. Another personal favorite, because hello, I'm a Sagittarius, are Sagittarius Risings. Sagittarius is a pretty sporty sign, and when conceptualizing Sagittarius, it's important to remember that they have this human beast dualism. What makes Sagittarius so sexy, to quote fellow Sagittarius Miley Cyrus, is that Sagittarius can't be tamed. Anything that a Sagittarius is going to do, wear, adorn themselves with, they're probably not going to ask for permission. They're going to do it because they want to do it, and that's what makes them happy. And more than anything, they want to feel comfortable in the attire that they are sporting. Also, a lot of Sagittarius do care about having clothes that have deeper meaning, as well as cross-cultural appreciation, which isn't to say that they wouldn't sport their own cultural attire. They will, with plenty of pride. Sagittarius thrives when they socialize with people from different backgrounds, and that is what results in the cross-cultural change of fashion and how their friends can end up really influencing their style choices. The colors associated with Sagittarius are purple. I think also like maybe a burnt orangey red. I think that those colors speak to their mystical and philosophical sides. Sagittarius first house people can benefit from showing off their legs, thighs, and booty, especially if they do the squats. Personally, my secret trick as a Sagittarius sun is to make sure that I have shimmer on my legs and really on my body, because when you walk out in the sun, you're just going to glow. The best way I can describe Capricorn attire is sophisticated and refined with quality material. Capricorns are pretty smart about how they dress, keeping in mind the attention that they want and the message you're trying to send. So they're not going to just put on anything because they don't want to attract just anybody. When they wear clothes, they can end up wearing their attire like little trophies, especially if these little fashion choices come from their friends and are very, very valuable to them. So they wear their clothes with a lot of pride. Capricorns can end up being the sign that ends up having a wardrobe filled with designer clothes, and it's not unusual for them to be attracted to clothes that speak to their expensive taste. When they're not stunting in the style department, usually they dress and opt for more professional attire. As one would suspect, the color associated with Capricorn is black. How chic. You can't go wrong with minimalism and professionalism if you are a Capricorn rising. Rocking a trench coat, tastefully layering attire. I think all of that is very Saturnian. And speaking of Saturnian, Aquarius are practical dressers, opting for clothing that have utility. Similar to Sagittarius and Capricorn, their attire can be an interesting blend between campy and relatable. I found that even when wearing the most basic attire, somehow Aquarius finds a way to let their personality shine through. Aquarius might opt for a more basic white t-shirt that reveals a fully tattooed sleeve that they have, or very simple outfits that is like show off their curves. Another commonality for Aquarius is choosing to wear clothes that have some type of social justice meaning, just like with Libra. I think that's also what makes them very attractive because they support people within their own community. And, like when you think about Aquarius, you're thinking about those activist babes who shop local and buy from ethically sourced vendors. The color associated with Aquarius is turquoise, as is the stone as well. What makes Aquarius so alluring is that they are quirky and they are weird. It's the differences that make them very attractive, not so much the clothes. So I would say, like, for an Aquarius, you rock that like thrifted outfit. You wear your friend's outfit. That's gonna make you seem like you. Oh my god, finally, we have hit Pisces energy. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief. Pisces is the last sign, the eldest zodiac energy. Pisces reminds me of the elders. At first, I wouldn't say this is true for younger Pisces, but as Pisces age, I think there becomes this very overt honesty in the way that they express themselves. Eventually, they just get to this point of living life with much more freedom and basically adopting this me kind of attitude. I think that because Pisces are already pretty expressive, delicate and magical fashion is really their vibe. Sort of like how Scorpio exudes the witchy vibe. I see Pisces as this otherworldly spiritualist. So rocking dark pastels, even regular light pastels, watercolors, unique and striking colors, designs that are different, clothing that feels a lot like art or beachwear, something that feels mystical is really Pisces vibes. The color associated with Pisces is soft sea green, so experiment with lesser used colors that you wouldn't typically see people wearing. I also think one of the best beauty tips for Pisces is to tend to the feet and toes. Pisces rules over the feet, so making sure that you have healthy feet, keep them clean. If you aren't going to like color your toes, just make sure that they're shaped up. Wow. Woo! OMG. We went through every single sign. I'm so happy, and I apologize for this video running a little late. I'm going to be a little bit faster with creating videos, and I'm looking forward to sharing next month's video about you. If you found this beneficial, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to see future videos. Next week or this month, we're going to be focusing on the second house, and share with a friend so they can learn about astrology too. I am sending you all so much love. Goodbye.